Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if this is your first time here. And today we are not here with entertainment. We are not here with news. We are here with a warning. A message I didn't ask for, but one I know I have to share. Because somebody should start talking or I will start dropping names. And this concerns a scandalous case on how children or minors have been violated. Sometimes you astral project without having any intention to do that, and your spirit is get summoned to certain places where you are shown things to give out for awareness to the collective, and that is just what happened. You sometimes get that your spirit summoned somewhere where it is done through spells, and the aim is just to siphon your energy by making you participate in an evil ritual where they sort of capture your spirit and try to make you numb by either giving you something to eat or drink. So try as much as possible to be mindful. If you eat or drink, just be mindful to do your spiritual baths after the event when you come to your senses in 3D. Sometimes it's just that you get lured to eat or drink while in 5D, and that is meant to make you forget or keep you bonded like a trauma bond to whatever they are trying to do using you. So don't forget to cleanse always, both spiritually together with prayers as well as physically with anointed things. And with that said, let's dive to the message. And what was shown what was felt wasn't just disturbing, it was evil, straight up. And I believe it was meant to expose something that's happening in the shadows, something they don't want us to see. So there was this place that looked like a hospital or maybe a hostel, the kind of place that you should feel safe, but it wasn't. There were mattresses on the floor, children's mattresses, but no peace, only screams. The kind that shake your bones, screams of children being forced into things no child should ever experience, and the energy, it was dark, twisted, almost ritualistic. And there were people, figures, who were excited by this pain, probably even public figures, feeding off it, laughing, enjoying it. And we need to understand that this wasn't just physical abuse, this was spiritual warfare, a demonic ritual disguised as cows. And these children weren't just being harmed, they were being used and molested to make them have trauma bonds. I know how this sounds, but this is more than a nightmare. It was what was being shown. These people, these entities are trying to build something, a legion, soldiers of darkness, created through fear, pain, and trauma. And children are stripped of innocence, turned into tools of control. In other words, mind control through traumatic emotions. And all of this is happening beneath the surface, in secret. But God doesn't keep secrets. The divine reveals what the darkness hides. So I believe I was shown this to share it, not to cause fear, but to wake people up. This is a guidance to warn, to speak, to create awareness. And this is happening somewhere in this world, right under people's noses. It's right in front of our eyes, but goes unnoticed. And unfortunately, there are public figures also involved in it, and there is someone out there fed up of the whole situation. And that's why they are saying somebody should start talking or I'm going to start dropping names. And it is someone who had also witnessed these things. I mean, just like the Didi case, how one by one people are starting to stand up and start talking. There are footages that show evidence to the whole thing. Somebody is out there having possession of these footages, and those need to be given to the rightful authorities. There have been real-life cases that resemble aspects of what we are talking about, uncovering networks of abuse, sometimes involving people in power. History, unfortunately, has several examples of institutions like orphanages, churches, and detention centers that enable horrible crimes against children, often for years before being exposed. When we talk about this being connected to demonic or satanic rituals, it echoes what some call satanic panic narratives, but there is a real and dangerous line between conspiracy theories and actual prosecutable crimes, and this feels like it's connecting these to larger systems of control or abuse, like human trafficking networks. That's where investigation journalism and whistleblowers play a huge role. It's dangerous waters, yes, and people get threatened, and fear is nothing but an illusion that keeps us stuck to that which we don't want. But everything that has a beginning has an end, and so should such things end too. We can't go on living our lives always in fear and feeling insecure wherever we went. Where are those days when we could feel safe leaving our children free to play on their own, or we have trusted people who could watch over them as we went by our life struggles? Will we be able to see those days? May God, the Most High, always protect us and lead our lives with safety. Amen. And on top of that, not only was that violation continuing, there were individuals who were also using children as a shield, hiding behind them and trying to look innocent as they secretly, sarcastically smoked away the thought of their hideous secrets behind the scenes. Some people think they won't be caught. Innocence is being stolen, children are being harmed, cows being seeded by those in power, and this represents a spiritual war, a battle between light and darkness, purity and corruption, truth and deception. This is a message for the world, and we are feeling the weight of that now. There are or were several raids to that treacherous place, and people get caught up. There are still others to be held accountable, and may God allow all of them to be caught up too. Slowly these places are being hunted down and brought to justice. So if you felt something similar or witnessed any of this BS or just annoying, you're not alone. We are being called not to carry this pain silently, but to speak, to protect, to expose what's hidden in the shadows. And this message is a warning for those who are involved, for those who turn away, and for those who have been waiting for the confirmation that what they feel in their spirit is real. This is a guidance to warn, to speak, to create awareness. Stay aware, stay prayed up, and never underestimate the power of your voice, because light always confronts darkness. So thank you for listening. If this message starts something in you, share it. Let's be light bearers. Let's not be afraid to speak on what's real, even when it's hard. See you next time. Stay safe, stay aligned with much love. God bless.